I'm Jordan Kramer. I own Winnegance Oyster Farm. We're here at the Darling Marine Center where I'm running my SARE project. One of the biggest problems on my oyster farm, or any oyster farm, is the degree of epiphytic fouling. Both algae and invertebrates that cover the cages we grow our oysters in. They outcompete oysters and can cause mortality, and is really the biggest source of labor on my farm is cleaning these cages. My SARE project compares traditional growing methods to two new methods that intend to use the movement of the tides to somewhat automate the removal of fouling epiphytes or prevent their setting. We have two types. One is a drum that runs on an axle. The tidal movement turns the drum enough to keep at least half of the drum out of the water, where the air can dry out any potential fouling organisms, either larvae or beginnings of algae. The other type is meant to tip on an axle. A fin attached to the bottom will tip out half of the cage with each maximum flux of the tide. So 4 times a day there should be a cage tipped partially out of the water, and this should also kill off any potential fouling organisms.
Hi, my name is Jordan Kramer from Winnegance Oyster Farm. We're going to talk about the results of my 2016 SARE project using tidal energy to clean and tumble oysters. Of the 2 designs I tested in 2016, one was very successful at preventing fouling on my oyster cages. The cylindrical cages, or the drum cages, were able to turn with wave action and picked up almost no fouling over the whole course of the season, which is practically unheard of. There have been some interest in this design from farmers in other parts of the country who've contacted me directly. Areas as far-flung as Alaska, Massachusetts, and then into Canada as well, Prince Edward Island. The other cages were not quite, were really not a success in terms of preventing fouling. The cages, which tipped on an axis, picked up both algal and invertebrate fouling pretty heavily, and because of balance issues. So really are impractical design in real life. That said, I was able to learn some things from this from that part of the project, where I used shading on my own oyster cages to prevent this type of fouling, which is sort of a side effect of part of that design. So it's been very useful on my own farm.